Hello? Alright, sorry. Sorry, we are just getting all set up here. Surprise! Firstly, if anyone's here. But, yes, this is the long-awaited, sequel stream to last stream. Sorry it took me a week and a half. Life happens, you know. Christopher Columbus. Lego. Very true, Chris. Very, very true. But yeah, life happens, you know. And I'm just vibing. And now we are finally here to begin our second half of the every DC minifigure tier list. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what people have to say about it. I'm going to nab the stream deets for Twitter and Discord and such before we get going. So copy link. Okay, I hate that Twitter posts Streamlabs link instead. I am live. I am live. Come chat. How about that? Let me drop that in the in my mate's Discord so my mates join. And I'll also say, oh, the link has the word woo in it. It's like woo. Woo. Okay, we got 3 viewers in the chat. Very nice. Crazy, you max out at 2 to 3 viewers and you look like a look at those ears. What? I got normal ears. Look at those ears. Look, they're good. It does kind of look like I have 2 lithium-ion batteries on either side of my head. Damn it! Now I gotta expose one ear. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. We're in. We're in. Ear cam of... I need to make sure that my... Sorry, I gotta sign in. I gotta make sure that my CloudBot is working. What the fuck? My CloudBot is just not working, like it refuses to, just refuses to show up. I think because it still thinks that I'm on Twitch for whatever reason. So I'm trying to fix that. There we go. Hey, it worked. Okay, good. There it is. Okay. So hopefully that means in a couple minutes some of the other things will come up. But while we're here, yeah, I got a tip menu now. If you want to tip, that would be much appreciated. But okay. Just like last stream, I'm waiting until we have 5 viewers before we start, because there's no point. Like, I don't want to miss anything, you know, because there might be some really exciting stuff. So while we wait for some traction, then we shall see. Anyway, people that are watching, how is everyone doing? How are you? How are you? Are you well? What's been going on? Tell me about your day. I'm very excited. I'm I just need to get this out of the way, I think. It's like a little thing hanging over my head, like, hey, Mike, you haven't done part 2 of that stream yet. Even my parents have been like, bro. Oh, I didn't see that. Terry, tell Bockett I said hello. And hello to you as well, Terry. Come on. We go get some more viewers. Need some more viewers in the Shah right now. We need viewers in the Shah. Maybe if I post the link again with a few more hashtags. Hashtag Lego, hashtag small streamers, hashtag TwitchCon, because that's in like 2 days, even though I'm not on Twitch. Hashtag YouTube live. There we go. Hashtag tier list. Okay. Boom. Okay. Here's hoping. 3 viewers in the chat. Well, hey, I got some things going on, as you can see below right here. I've got that chat is unreadable where it is. Jesus. I don't really know where I can put it. It's not really ideal. Is it? Because of my layout now, it's like super hard to read. I mean, I've got it here. I just want you guys to be able to read it. Although, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we like it. Maybe it won't be so bad in practice. No, that looks horrible. Can I change it, maybe? Let's see. Can I change the text color, please? What text color would be more readable? Not really anything. Can I have a background? There is a background color slider here, but it's... Is there an alpha slider? No. Weird. Who's to say? Okay, I'm just going to leave it there and we're going to see. 2 viewers. Loving that. Loving the 2 viewers. Okay. I don't really know. Okay, I guess we just start then. Because we might be here forever. If we just kick off, people who care will show up. So, without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Part 2 of every DC minifigure ranked in a tier list. Couple things to reiterate. Once again, where it is inside the tier does not determine its quality. So, like, here, Batman being at the top does not mean he's the best of the best, although, I mean, he is. But, like, it doesn't translate to ranking. So I'm not going to be like, oh, this Riddler is like, he's like a low S tier. No, they are S tier, A tier, none of that middle of the road bullshit. We choose a tier, okay? So, where we left off, this is what the ranking looked like. A lot of Batmans falling in the B tier. Most of the Mighty Micros characters falling flat on their faces, and a unfortunate frequency of Robin figures. A whole lot of Nothing Burgers in the D tier, but with Tier Maker, you can only have a certain amount of images per tier list. So we have to make a whole new one for part 2. So, let's get into it. 1960s Mr. Freeze. It is very accurate to the original show. I'll say that much. It's very accurate. But the print... Hello Neox. I see you in the chat, by the way. I don't know. It's very accurate, but I think the print is kind of lame on his torso. Which I guess a lot of the 60s show is, if you like strip it down like that, is kind of lame. But it's nothing special, really. It's not a very special figure. I'm gonna go C tier. He's not that good. Nice start. Nice middle of the road choice. Next up, we got. I don't know what year this is. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I think this is 2019. I think this is 2019 Scarecrow. And this is a pretty solid one. Not the best, but he has some very strong qualities. I think that his prints are really good. His face print is the only thing that I think would have been cooler with like a more scary smile. But he's still a really good figure, and that headpiece is super cool. I love that headpiece. The hair hat combos on Lego figures are extremely underrated. Extremely underrated. So, I don't know. I don't like his color palette. That's another thing. I think it's a little flat. It's all the same, apart from his hair and his hands and stuff. Nah, he's like... I'd say B tier. I'd say B tier. I think that's reasonable. Next up, we got Killer Moth. And this figure is like perfect. I genuinely don't see anything wrong with it. It's so ridiculously good. It's unreasonable how good it is. It pretty much takes the design from the Lego Batman 2 game and spits it right back out into brick form. Except it has an even better helmet than the games. The helmet is like is spot on. I don't think they could have done it better. They've done it worse. Sorry, there's a bike coming by. It's just really good. It's got everything that I would want in a goofy Killer Moth minifigure. It's genuinely an S tier figure. I love it. I think it's so good. Next up, we got the Scared Farmer from the same set. These are all from one set. The last two, they're all from the same set. This is the Scared Farmer minifigure. Not anything particularly special, but not bad either. Not quite my dad, but close enough. But there are some really strong aspects to the figure. The torso print is brand new and so applicable in other situations. And I mean, he is immediately identifiable as some sort of farmer or trucker or something along those lines, or just a bit of a sloth, I suppose. But he's there. He's set filler, but sometimes you need set filler. So I don't see anything wrong with him. Overall, yeah, it's a fine figure. It's a fine figure. Like a C tier again. Nothing special, but nothing bad. Next, Blue Beetle. We're not gonna dwell on this one. This figure is damn near perfect. His face is perfect. His torso is perfect. The wings are amazing. Hello, Connor. Yeah, the wings are amazing. So I got nothing to say about that. He's just good. Just good. Like, S tier. Again. 2 S tiers from one Lego set. 1. Next, we got the Batman Fear Toxin Resistance suit from the same set. It's fine. I actually really like the green outline on the muscles. I think it gives like this iridescent quality, or what's the word? Pearlescent. That's it. Like a pearlescent quality where from certain angles it looks nice, but overall it's probably like a C. It's a fine Batman. Fine. Next up we got no, this was this 2019? When did Suicide Squad come out? 2016 then. Really? Okay, whatever. Anyway, this figure, this Killer Croc figure, I'm not a fan of. I can't recall if it's the first big fig we got of him. We've had quite a few. But it's probably one of the weakest, I would say. I don't like his... There's something that just doesn't feel right. He doesn't really feel like Killer Croc to me. His leg print is weak. His body print is not very exciting. He's not very... I just don't like him. I think it's like a D tier figure. Next up, we got Captain Boomerang. God, that's... He's not very good either. Strong quality would definitely be the torso. I think the design on the torso is excellent. But then the leg print seems haphazard to me. And it just doesn't really look all that good. And I think he's just plain. There's too much... There's not enough contrast happening. Like it's just black pieces from the neck down. And it doesn't look great. He's not terrible, but it's like a C tier set. A C tier figure. Sorry. Still in Lego set mode. Next we got Red Hood. Pretty good figure actually. His face print is excellent. The torso print is really good. The colors are on point. The pants could be better, but meh. Whatever. He is like an A tier. He's a very good one. Next we got Katana. I really don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I appreciate the use of the metallic on the chest plate piece. And the face is good, but something about her doesn't seem right, and I'm not sure where I can put my finger on it. It's not a bad figure. I think it's like a B tier. It's not terrible. But I don't have like an adequate reason for why I don't like it, but I also don't have that many adequate reasons for why I like it a lot. So middle of the road. Not mid, but middle of the road. Next we got the desert suit. And I spoke about this in my Lego set tier list, and I actually am quite fond of this one. The main thing I really like is that this netting thing that's happening here. They captured that really well. And the armor looks really good. The shading on the armor. He's a little too tan, but we spoke about that last stream. That's just a problem we're going to keep encountering. The legs, I would like the legs to have printing, but I really do like this figure. I would say probably a B. I think his cowl would have been cooler in a different color, like a beige as well. Because like he's like, oh, I'm Batman. I'm gonna blend into the desert and then be wearing pitch black. Next, we got another Robin. If I'm not mistaken, if I just have a look in my low tier Robins. Maybe it's not. Wait. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, then this is the first instance of this Robin torso. I don't think I've seen that before. Not a fan of short leg Robin figures. But also, again, viewers, type your opinions. Jintus and Eval Production has got the right idea. So everyone else join in, talk, and we can discuss this. That's what we're here for. But again, not a fan of short leg Robins. Not a fan of the cape. The torso is excellent. I'll say that. The torso looks really good, and I'd love to see it on a better Robin figure, and maybe we will. But it's like a D. Not very good. Next, we got Reish. This figure is pretty good. Especially as a Lego fan who is like dying for a Ra's al Ghul figure for so long, especially since Reish has been on like all the games, but he never got a figure ever until this set here. And I think it's a really solid outing. The fact that his face is reversible to de-age or age, that is class. And the hair is good. The color palette is fine. It's great. Hey! My Streamlabs bot is working. Sorry. Look at the chat. That's one of my sponsors, Entertainment Earth. If you use my code, which the link is right there, you can get 10% off. I'm so happy that worked. So yeah. But yeah, Reish, he's like a solid A. He's a solid A. Talia, different story. Oh, my Streamlabs thing is just going ham now. Talia's a different story. Her face is reused from Wonder Woman, I think. And her hair isn't new. Her chest print isn't very good. She's filler. It's D tier. Bad. Not very good. Next we got Lex Luthor. This is a slightly different version from the original 2012 run, and I think it is significantly worse. Yes, I did. I have. If you look in the chat, there's a Streamlabs notification there that says wholesale Lego sets for 10% off when you use this link. So if you go to Entertainment Earth, you can get 10% off the Lego sets that they have on offer. Or you can get 10% off, I think, on anything, but Lego sets is, you know, what I'm here for. But while we talk about sponsors, hashtag make Mycopath Mavix mob. If you haven't been on Twitter, I'm trying to bully a chair company into sponsoring me because I actually think that it would work. But oh well, we'll keep trying. Anyway, back to the topic. This Lex is worse. He's not using the Lex face, firstly. The one with the little crease in between his eyebrow that, like, makes him Lex, in my opinion. So he's not got the face. The lime green is a strange choice. I can't see the torso print, but as the figure is, you won't really see it either. Boring legs. Another D tier. Not very strong right now, but hopefully we'll get some uptick in quality soon. Next, we got the Atom. I think this is from the Arrowverse shows. Too much. Too much going on. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the character, so... Or specifically from that run. He looks fine. His leg prints are really good. But I mean, when I see that, that doesn't say Atom to me. This looks more like a Star Citizen armor than Atom, but it's not bad. We'll say C. I don't know. I find it weird that they used a printed visor instead of a real one on the helmet that can have a real visor. That's weird. C tier. Next, we got another Nightwing. Very slight difference from one of the older ones. Blue chest symbol instead of a red one. It looks pretty good. The detail is as accurate to the comics as you get. Nightwing's costume is not very complex. He's fine. Yeah, B tier. Don't dwell on it. Next we got, I think his name is Cosmic Boy. He was a Comic-Con exclusive. His face is really good. I think it might be reused from Chandler's face from Friends. But that's speculation. I couldn't... Shall I check? Let me check. Let me see here. No, not Chandler. What's his name? What's his name? Lego Friends. Let's... Who is he? Which one's the one that everyone makes fun of? Oh, this is so annoying. Because I've got a... Yeah, who is he? Oh, I'm so stupid. I can't remember his name. Is it... Is it Ross? I don't know. It's not reused from him anyway, so don't worry. It's fine. That's exhausting. Okay. Yeah, you should stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Can you stream at the same time? I didn't know you could do that. I wasn't sure that was a thing you could do. Is it? Yeah. Okay. I was talking about Ross, but it's not Ross's face. You can see why I thought that, but no. Anyway, this figure is really poor. The main problem I have with it is its leg print, and this happened a lot apparently with this particular figure. The printing is terrible. So instead of using dual molded legs, which evidently existed at this point, they decided instead to print black onto grey, and it did not work. And it's just, yeah, he's not very good, and also very obscure character. I don't know. We're gonna say D tier. I'm not a fan of him. Next up, we got no, not Cave Bat. This is it's like he's supposed to look like a Scottish Highlander. I think that's the aim. And yes, it does that. The fact that we have a existing Batman figure with Celtic plaid colors, and it's just so goofy. So goofy. I love him. How can you not love him? A few things I really like. His shoes, like the fact that he has laces on his shoes, underrated Lego detail, and I wish more figures had that. It makes the boots look so much better. He has a little, oh yeah, he does have a little Celtic band around his neck. He's a really good figure, like A. Next up, we got Batgirl from the Lego Batman movie. I feel like I've already ranked her. Didn't I put her, like, pretty high up? Where is she? Oh, I put a version of her without a cape, I guess. Really? Could have sworn we've seen her before. Okay, whatever. Anyway, point being, she's really good. The cowl is awesome. The torso print is really good. The arms, the legs, the color palette, it's all on point. S tier figure, actually. Next, we've seen the Commissioner version. That's true. Next up, we've also spoken a little bit about some of the Harley designs from the Lego movie. They showed up in here, but I think there was a much worse one in the last stream. So this is the main one, and she's perfect. Like, I have no complaints about this figure whatsoever. All of the printing, all of the details, the hair, the face. This is Harley Quinn. This is, I genuinely think, even though the, like, one with the jester hat is very iconic, I think that this is just the de facto best looking in every way. Her face print is perfection. Another S-tier figure. Next, we got Bruce Wayne from the Gala. Probably the best Bruce Wayne figure to exist. Sorry, I gotta skip this song. Okay. Probably the best Bruce Wayne figure to exist. Purely by virtue of his eyebrows. And his cheekbones are so strong. They even gave him a little, like, butt chin indentation. The hair is good. There's very familiar hair. It's almost like my new profile picture. The torso is good. He's a good figure. I mean, it's true to the movie. It looks like Bruce Wayne. He's wearing all white, which I think is like a deliberate contrast to his Batman being in all black. So, he's a very good figure. I'm gonna say A tier, so I don't sound like a broken record. But I'll probably just sneak him into S tier while no one's looking. Next up, we got Scuba Bat. This is also from Lego Batman movie. We're gonna be seeing a lot of that coming up, but that's not a bad thing because some of the best figures come up here. There are so many figures that I'm so excited to talk about in this stream. I'm so excited. Okay. Taking a swig of my drink. But this figure sucks. It's supposed to be like a reference to like the classic Lego Divers figure, and it definitely is that. But it's just lame. Weak print, lazy, F tier. Next we got this one. This one is pretty good, yeah. Golden bat cowl, firstly. Actual shiny cape, which is cool. And very, very unique print. Not very applicable to anything else. It's definitely more of a display thing. But it's okay. It's like a B tier. It's very cool. Next up we got a Batman with boxing gloves on and like boxing Batman. Very funny. Good print details. Nice color palette. I like the purple gloves. He's fine. He's fine. He's like another B tier. He's good. Oh, excuse me. Jesus. Right, now we've got the Lego Batman. What is up with no mouth prints? Because those figures are from the Batcave set. They're from the Lego Batman Cave set. So they're on display. So they just have white heads. They're just on display. They're like mannequins. Anyway, now we have the Lego Batman from Lego Batman movie. The little butt chin detail makes all the difference. I have mixed feelings personally on the face prints from this line, but we're not going to get into that. I don't know how I feel about the variation of eye shape, but it makes sense and it does work. It just comes down to the fact that I've got a lot of nostalgia for the old way, the way that Batman figures used to look, so it's a bit of adjustment, but it's not bad. Certainly not bad. It takes everything from the 2012 figure and makes little improvements to it. I also do have little issues with the belt piece. I think the belt piece is very good, but it's also a little thick, and I think it messes with the height of figures and makes them look a little bit uncanny sometimes. But all in all, still a solid figure. Very faithful to the film and the history of Lego Batman. So, like, I'm going to give him, like, an A tier. Next up, we got Lego Alfred. One of the funniest characters from the movie, in my opinion. And his print is very good. I love the use of the textile tailcoat piece. Or coattail. What am I saying? Coattail piece. The face is excellent. The hair piece is excellent. The collar. Just a very good figure. Probably another A tier. Maybe even an S tier. I actually do think he's a very good figure. That's a Kabuki twin. We've definitely already ranked the Kabuki twin. I am not going to tier all 2048 Star Wars figures. I talk about things that I care about. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, so am I having memory loss? I swear Kabuki twin came up like super early. No, I am. I'm just suffering from memory loss. Oh, my mistake. I keep getting this mixed up with the Lego set tier list. In the Lego set tier list, I talked about the Kabuki twins. This figure is fine. The face is really good. The rest of it, not so much. Like a C tier. Ah. A figure. Divisive figure, this one. Mr. Freeze from Lego Batman movie. I don't know. One thing I really don't like is that his waist is just a ridiculously different color from anything else on him. I don't know why it's that color. Weird choice. The leg printing is very good. The torso print underneath the chest piece is actually quite good as well. but I hate his face, and I don't like the armor piece at all. D. There is a much better Mr. Freeze on this list, so don't worry. Next, we got a security guard. He's fine. He serves his purpose. C tier. He's better than Mr. Freeze. Next up, we have the best, undefeated, simply the prime Lego Killer Croc figure. And this angle is not excellent, but if you can't tell, his head is a classic Lego crocodile attached to a swivel neck, which was also, I think, like relatively new for a big fig, or rare, I should say. So his head has at least one extra articulation point. His hands are so cool. His waist print is like perfect. With the string, the drawstring belt. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's an S tier figure. Every detail of him is on point. It's funny. It's monstrous. It's creative. It's Lego. That's what Lego should be. Next, we got Tarantula. Sorry. Tarantula, this figure is... I didn't actually know this figure existed until recently. But her figure is fine. There's really nothing special about it, so I'm going to say D tier. I don't know, there's just... Yeah, I don't know. Next, we got... I think his name is Zebra Man, or Zebra, or something. But, he's also very forgettable. This feels like one of those minifigures that if you own it, you're not going to shed any tears if it fell behind the couch and you never found it again. With that said, I mean, like, props for how much effort they put into the figure, like, with the arm printing and stuff. But, I don't know. He just doesn't really strike a chord with me. I'd probably say another D tier. Next, we got our favorite Lego Joker, the gayest Joker to exist in media, and that's not an insult. That's simply a fact. This Joker is gay. Watch the movie if you don't believe me. But he's awesome. I'll admit, I'll be the first to admit, when I first saw promo for this movie, I was not big on it. And there are still things that I am not big on with his design. I really am not a fan of the hair. I'm thankful that the piece exists, but it was certainly an outlandish choice for a Joker hair. But having owned the art book, which is up there, now that I see how many things, like how many designs they went through with him, it makes me appreciate the one we landed on. I also wasn't big on his face, but having seen the movie, they made me love it more. And apart from that, all of his prints are amazing. The amount of like minute detail on that waistcoat is just so good. He's so good. What can I say? He's sitting up there in S tier with the best of them. He's a very good figure. Next, we got Robin at the gala, or Tim Drake at the gala. Kind of a weak figure in the grand scheme of things. Kind of cursed to see the Robin figure with skin tone around his eyes instead of green. I think that does a lot to help him look less weird. But, I don't know. Nothing too crazy about it. I'm going to put it in C tier. It's fine. Next, we got another Jim Gordon. And no, my stepdad messaged me and was like, well, he spoke to me about it. And then he also commented on the last stream. He was like, I disagree with your last stream where you put Gordon in A instead of S. And the Gordon figure in that tier, wherever he is, right here, is very good. But there truly is a better one, and it's also not this one. So I promise you that if you hold out, we're going to see the best Gordon figure, in my opinion. But this one is just the same Gordon with a happier expression. Very, very good print on his torso, and his arms look great. Super useful piece. Like if you wanna make some more GCPD officials, then this is a figure that you need. But He's a very good figure. He's nothing bad, but he's like a B. What do I have to say? If you read the thumbnail, you would notice that it says "Pray for me" in front of this, and that remains true. This Poison Ivy figure is perfect in every way. The use of the textile piece, the legs, the torso, the arms, the face, and of course, the hair. The hair is perfect. Like, I don't think Lego could ever do better. And the face, I would disagree. I'd say the face feels very Lego-ish. It actually feels like it harkens back to some of the older like Lego female faces that they used to do, but I think that it actually does it correctly. It certainly is something different, and I think the reason that it feels off-brand to you is because she's got winged eyeliner that goes around. You're sort of seeing where the whites of their eyes would be, and I think that's making you think of face feels like that. I suppose I see what you mean, but that's not going to change my mind. I think this figure is perfect, and I'm putting her in S tier. Next, we got Barbara Gordon in her GCPD fit. This brings in my issue with many Lego accessories, which is extending of the neck height. I was never a fan of that. I think that minifigures look best at their normal size. And I'm not talking about short legs. I'm talking about when you put an accessory on and their neck gets extended or their waist gets extended. I think that looks odd. It would have been better if it said Harvard for police, but it's fine. I mean, the prints are good. Barbara looks great, but meh. It's like a C. Let's see. Yeah. Next we got Catwoman. If you notice, actually, all three of these characters have beauty marks. One there, and Catwoman also has one, which is cool. But this Catwoman figure is pretty damn good. Her eyes are super cool under that cowl. The cowl's shape is excellent. The all purple, I think, can be divisive for some people, but I think that it works. The printing looks really good. The cat zipper cap looks amazing. She's a good figure. Definitely like an A tier. We got another security guard. They go with the others in the C tier. It's fine. Next, we got Scarecrow with a pizza outfit. Excuse me, that was gross. This figure is all right. I don't remember if... Okay. When we're comparing it to the actual figure of Scarecrow from the same theme, obviously not quite on the same level. But, it's still pretty funny. It's a very funny figure. And it's a testament to how much love and passion went into the Lego Batman movie for them to make a whole different figure just for this one joke from the start of the movie. Very bold choice from Lego. But the leg printing is good. The torso is good. The face is good. He's an A tier. He's good. We got Magpie. Super forgettable minifigure. Amazing chest piece on her. And actually looking at it from the front, like the silhouette is actually very solid and believable. But she is super forgettable. And just not very interesting. I would say she's like a B tier though. Not actually too bad in the grand scheme of things, but nothing special. Probably like a C actually. Alright, now we have the Lego Batman movie Riddler figure. And we're going to work our way from the bottom and talk upwards here. So, legs are plain, but the waist extends the coat. I think that looks good. The torso is excellent. The arms are also really good. The face, not a fan. I think the face is a little too silly. He kind of looks like Robin. There's something about it that just doesn't really feel like Riddler to me. I also find it to be an odd choice that they used a purple mask when they were going with an all-green theme. Like, I think if his gloves were purple, the mask would look better. Or if his tie was purple. Just something in the clothing to explain the purple mask. Because on its own, it kind of looks out of place. And also the hair and the hat. I don't know. I don't know what the alternative would have been. But I'm personally not a huge fan of the skew with the messy, long ginger hair. Something about it just isn't really speaking to me. But that said, for the torso alone, like that whole body piece, it's still an excellent figure. And I mean, if you want to make your perfect Riddler, all the other Riddler pieces from other sets, if you have them all, you can combine them into your perfect Riddler. Like, there is no doubt about it. I don't think there's anything missing that couldn't be fixed by owning a different Riddler figure. So, yeah, A tier. Calendar Man. Really, really good figure, actually. The cape is so unique. And funny. And the prints are good. He's just a good figure. It's an amusing figure. I'd put him in like I'd put him in A tier. I actually think he's really, really excellent. Next up we got Kite Man. I don't like the line weights. This is like an art thing, but the line weights on the belt here are a little thin. They feel just a little thin. But I mean, it's accurate. His ridiculously large eyebrows that look like a seagull are funny. He's a good figure. The build for the kite I remember being really cool. But he's like a B tier. It's fine. Next up, we got another Barbara. Obviously the face is good. We've been over that a million times. And the hair is good. We know that by now. The torso is fine. It's got an adequate amount of detail, but what I actually think really shines through is this badge on the belt, on the chain here, that goes onto the leg. I think that's a very good detail. But overall, again, she's not the most special minifigure to exist. So we're gonna say C tier. All right, we're gonna talk about some ones that make me angry now. Hey. First off, Catwoman. I will say bonus points for the yellow belt attachment because that makes this even sillier than it is. Let's talk about the fact that clearly Arkham is just putting these jumpsuits directly over villain costumes because she still has her entire mask on and her gloves and her belt, which just implies that the clothing is wrapping around it, which is kind of amusing. But the fact that there's only like, I mean, there's not really any interesting detail on the actual jumpsuit figure. I suppose it has value if you're building like a custom prison. But overall, it would have been nice if she had like a little badge that had her unmasked or something, which is I'm gonna say that for all of the jumpsuits that we're gonna see in a bit. But that thing will still apply. I think if there was just something that individualized the torsos a bit more, I think I would have been much more open to liking these. But overall, I can't. I'd say it's like a D. There's nothing that you couldn't own from getting the Catwoman figure, apart from a jumpsuit that you probably don't want. Next, we've got Aaron Cash. Excellent figure. Who would have guessed? No one expected, I think, to see a character from the Arkham games actually show up in a Lego set. And they did him justice. The hook hand, the torso print is magnificent. The face is great. He's a really good figure. A tier. Dr. Harleen Quinzel. Her prints are really good. The hairpiece is good. The only thing that I actually find weird is the face, because it does not seem like the same face that belongs to the in-universe Harley Quinn. It doesn't look like they're the same human being. And I think that could have used a little work just to make sure those faces felt like they, you know. She doesn't actually, I don't know. something just needed to be done because they just don't feel like they are synonymous with each other. I would say B-tier figure though. Then we got Robin from Lego Batman movie. Robin is very good. We done know this by now. This Robin in particular is very solid. The humor of it, the way that the like in-universe reason of how it came to be is hilarious, and they translated it very well. His glasses are definitely a hit or miss thing for a lot of Lego fans, but I think it's good. I like him. He's not perfect, but he's pretty solid, I would say, like a B tier as well. Next, we're going to do some run-throughs. Poison Ivy, but missing the majority of what makes her figure good. That has to go in C tier just because the hair is still awesome. Next, we got Joker, again, boring jumpsuit with nothing added or individualized about it. D tier. Riddler with even less, F tier actually, just because, like, what's going on here? It didn't work. Whatever they were going for, it didn't work. Next up, we've got Two-Face, which I appreciate that his hands are odd, but again, same boring jumpsuit. D tier. Well, the full Two-Face figure is far better. So next, we got another guard or a police officer. She's kind of weak. C tier with the rest of them. Another one, good prints, but nothing special. C tier with the rest of them. Now we got Mighty Micro's Superman, and I hate this figure. I hate him. He looks like American Dad. Am I wrong? Does he not look like Stan? Does he not look like Stan? He looks like Stan. I will die on this hill. Wait, I gotta get one of him grinning. Just him grinning. Where's him grinning? Come on. How hard is it to get a picture of Stan grinning? Does Stan not smile? Come on. Come on. Fine, we'll go with this. No, we're not. Nope. Google decided we're not going with this. Open image in new tab. Here we go. That is Stan. That is so silly. I don't know. He has whites around his eyes. The torso print is I get that this is for babies, right? But still, the torso print and the face print are not good. I actually think this type of chin on the normal Superman figure would not be a miss. I actually think that would be amazing. But on this, where he has whites of his eyes for some reason? Nuh-uh. No, not here for it. F tier. Then we got Bizarro, who in comparison looks a little bit better. I mean, he's got a much more unique face, but the rest and the color palette is better in my opinion. But still not very good. I would say D tier just out of being more unique. Then we've got the mayor. Lego Batman movie is really fond of beauty marks, hey. But then we've got the mayor here. She's fine. I like the hairpiece. But the rest of it is just kind of mediocre. I would say C tier. Next up, we got Lego Batman Movie's Penguin. This figure is excellent. I love his disgusting skin tone. His big pot belly. It feels very Danny DeVito. The necktie thing is very good. The teeth, the eye bags, the top hat, the fur coat, or the fur brim. Very good. Excellent figure. A tier figure. Then we got this Mr. Freeze figure. And I can't actually, I don't know where this figure came from. I don't know what set this is from, like, how it exists, but the face on this Mr. Freeze is easily my favorite of any Mr. Freeze figure. He is, it's exactly what a Mr. Freeze face should be, and I think that if it were combined with the more a light color palette of the original Mr. Freeze figure from 2013, I think that would be excellent. But overall, I wish I could see this print more, and his legs are kind of weak and his arms are kind of weak. But I think that this face on a better Mr. Freeze costume design could easily, like, top the list for me. And it's very high up. I actually still do think that it is probably one of the best Mr. Freezes. I would not say it's better than the original, because the original was just super iconic. But it's somewhere in between that and the remastered Mr. Freeze from the 2012 line. So overall, like, he's a good Mr. Freeze still, so I put him like B tier. Next up we got Mighty Micro's Batman. This is for babies. It looks not good. At least they got his skin tone right. Then we got Killer Moth. I hate the helmet. The teeth are kind of funny though, but still, it's for babies. Now that there's Wonder Woman, now that I realize that the these Lego Mighty Micros figures have the whites of their eyes, it's made me deeply unsettled, so hard F tier there. Doomsday, definitely probably one of the funniest out of all of them, but still pretty bad. We're gonna put him in D tier. I like him a bit more. Okay. Then we got a whole bunch of Batman costumes. We got Disco Batman. Gold cowl with the gold rollerblades is cool. The purple belt is the purple belt is cool. The torso print is quite funny. Not a bad figure. Not an amazing figure either. C tier Batman. Next we got this figure. Certainly speaking to me and my color palette. But it feels a little haphazard. I think that his hand and his waist should have been a different color. I think his hand probably should have been red to offset this one. But and I'll tell you what though, a bright red Batman cowl is certainly a thing to have. That doesn't seem like a bad thing to own. But again, I would still probably say a C tier. Nothing too special. We got this disgusting Batman figure. The torso print is good. It's a good print, but I mean, it's not giving anything to me. I'm not a fan. D tier. I don't like it. There's something I don't like about it. Damn, the stream is dead. Where is everyone? What happened? Do I need to make another tweet? Is that what needs to happen? Do I gotta tweet again? Let me retweet it. Okay, moving on. Now, we've got Lego Batman movie Scarecrow design. Much better iteration of the other Scarecrow that we reviewed, I think. I think his color palette is better. His prints are better. His face is better. His hat. It's all far improved over the last one. So I just dropped him somewhere. Where did he go? Okay. He's going in A tier. Very good figure. Next, we got this Wonder Woman figure. I'm not familiar with the design entirely, but what I will say is that it looks very good. It's definitely a step away from like the more typical Wonder Woman figure, but I think that's a virtue, and it looks very neat and very cool. The colors look excellent on her. The shape is good. The prints are great. I don't see anything particularly wrong with it. Probably like an A tier or a B. Let's say B. All right, we got this Two-Face figure from Lego Batman movie. Such a good figure. The hair piece is excellent. The face print is one of the funniest, I think, that Lego has ever made. And some scary implications actually, because if he got melted, then that is truly what is underneath every Lego minifigure you've ever owned. One viewer? Is my stream that bad? Is my stream that bad? Mad. Okay. But yeah, this figure's really good. His prints are excellent. The heart eye underwear under his pants is such a funny detail. But yeah, he's a good figure. Very good figure. Probably an A tier. Next up, we've got a mutant. Fine figure. Probably D. Don't like him. Damn, I got so many more to talk about. Jesus Christ. Okay. Polka Dot Man. Pretty solid figure. I love his SpongeBob buck teeth. Very funny. It looks good. The prints are pretty solid. He's accurate. He's accurate. Probably B tier though. He's nothing. He's meh. We got another Harley Quinn, equally as perfect as the other one, if not better in some ways. The torso piece is very unique and looks really nice. The legs are still good. The skirt piece is awesome. The arms are cool. Harley just has drip in this movie. We all know that though. So yeah, she's going up there right next to her other design. Next, we got another cop. She's fine. C tier. We got another cop. He's fine. I actually really like this print. I'm going to put him in B tier because I really like his whole body print. Excuse me. We got another cop. He's fine. C tier. I tend to just put most of the police officers in the middle because cops are bad. Next, we got Bane from Lego Batman movie. This figure is pretty awesome. Not as good as like a Killer Croc, but probably one of his best designs as a figure. I think the pipes that actually have that neon green inside them is such a cool detail. I would only say that I would have preferred a more classic wrestler, you know, the overalls. I would have preferred the overalls. Because I think that would have looked really cool on a big fig. Like, really cool. But overall, this fig is still excellent. Definitely an A. We got another cop. You know where they're going. All of them just get dropped in the C tier. They are not hurting anything, but they are not that good either. Next, we got the flying monkey from Wizard of Oz. Yes. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the Lego Batman movie, it's actually another it's another IP mixing multiverse type movie where some other IPs drop in. And this is one of them. It's the flying monkey, and it's very accurate, and the face is actually really cool. All the prints are really good. The pieces are well used. It's pretty. I mean, it's not DC, but it's it was in there. It was in the list. I took the whole list, so it's technically a DC minifigure. So with that said, beta. Next, we got another Batgirl, and this one is not as good. the printing, maybe it could just be this particular figure, but the printing looks a little bit worse, and the lack of hair coming out of the cowl, I think, dulls down the silhouette a lot. So if Batgirl was an S, then this one's probably in B. And once again, if you look in the chat, wholesale Lego sets for 10% off if you use my link at Entertainment Earth. So use that link, support me, help me out. And also, if you really want to tug at my heartstrings and get me to enjoy your company, you got to go on Twitter and tag Mavix Mob and tell them to make me Mavix Mob. Because Mavix Chairs, listen, I have 200,000 I have 200,000 followers on TikTok, right? I get loads of views on my animations on TikTok. I animate all day. I need a good chair, and I'm a shoo-in for a good advertiser. I've already made an ad for you on my TikTok, a non-official ad. So Mavix, come on. You got nothing to lose. I've seen you sponsor people with far less followers than me. I'm not a bad candidate. Anyway. Next we got Alfred's Batman disguise. It's very cute. I like the symbol. I like the pocket watch. The mask is a little weird, but the hat, I think, makes up for it. He's a good figure. Probably A tier. Good figure. Next we got Jon Stewart. Simple figure. Definitely a stripped down Green Lantern, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that he looks really good. He looks like Jon Stewart. That's what he should. And sometimes I do wonder what would have happened if Lego stayed on more of a bare bones design type thing. If they sponsor you, it's gonna be because they mistook you for Jay Schlatt. Very funny. But I'm pretty sure Schlatt already has. Doesn't Schlatt? No, I guess not. But hey, if they mistake me for Jay Schlatt, is that a problem? That just means they'll pay more attention to me. Because this is the thing, right? Mavix, if you're watching this, which you aren't because you've been ignoring me, I really like you. I like your company, and I see you active on Twitter, and I know that you see my tweets, and you're just choosing not to. And maybe I'm pestering a little, but it's because I think that I can make it work with us. I think we can have something really special, Mavix, and I just want you to see that. Because there are not many things that I can sponsor. As a Lego creator, there are not many things that I can proudly, without shame or embarrassment or feeling like a corporate puppet, sponsor. Like, I'm not... There's so many things that I just won't do sponsors for because I don't feel comfortable with it. I don't want to just do that stuff for money. I want it to have some sort of, like, push-pull. I will actually represent this for my fans because it's something that I use. Like, what are some examples? Manscaped. I would have a Manscaped sponsor. I have facial hair. Why not? NordVPN. I would be fine with them sponsoring me as well. But the majority of stuff, especially on TikTok, I will not go with like a 10-foot pole. I will never do like a sponsor for like Gorg Math. If you know, it's like a calculator app. I'm not gonna do a sponsor for like Gorg Math or some piece of shit garbage, right? So Mavix is not piece of shit garbage, and I think that I have a lot of faith in it, and I would like to join their affiliate crew because I would genuinely be a good shoo-in for a candidate. And again, this is the thing with like the less followers than me. I'm not trying to put people down, right? Because I watch some of these people's content now and I really enjoy it. But what I'm saying is that Mavix is sending people that are in the Mavix mob like bespoke head pillows, like on mine, but it's a headrest that's built into the chair firstly, so it's not just a pillow. But then across here was the person's logo. I want that. Why not? Why not? I'm a shoo-in. I'm a good candidate. I'm trustworthy. You can trust me. That sounded so terrifying. Sorry for that tangent. Anyway, Jon Stewart is good figure. B tier. Next we got, I think this is an Ocean Guard from Aquaman. Or from Atlantis, I suppose. But I don't like D tier. Don't like him. Next we got Parademon. This is a horrible image, super low quality. But the character it's ugly anyway. So also another D tier. Next we got another Parademon. Oh. Too much going on. F. I really don't like him. Ew. Next we got Ben Affleck, Tactical Batman. This figure is also, by the way, thank you for saying my facial hair is beautiful. This figure is lame. The legs, I don't know. Yeah, it's just not for me. Something about it just doesn't look good. But that's probably because I'm not a huge fan of the movie either. But like, he's a D-tier Batman figure for sure. We got another Cyborg. But it's the design from, obviously, Justice League. Again, the pervasive issue of Cyborg's eye horrifically not lining up with the other remains. And I don't know. The print is just a bit too crazy. I feel like they went too hard with it, and it just looks muddy and not very good. C tier. Another Ben Affleck figure. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this Kevlar thing going on. Does not look good. Completely muddies the water on the costume. Did not translate well to Lego. Another D-tier Batman. I'm being harsh, but it's also because like I got a lot to get through, and I'm already like a bit losing it. So we're just gonna go Ezra Miller. Apart from it being Ezra Miller, the color palette on the figure is actually quite nice. I think the dark red and the lighter red look good. The gold accents are nice. The silver accents probably could have been left out and no one would have been bothered. C tier. We got Joker from the end of the Lego Batman movie. Very good details on the torso. Nice trouser piece with the chain. The face is very unique. He's fine. He's B tier. We got another jumpsuit figure. I appreciate that it's at least an orange-legged figure. Where is one of my bot alerts is not coming up. Did I? Oh. Maybe I should change that. Let me see. I added this. We'll put that to 30. 9 minimum, 5. There we go. Okay. Hopefully we'll see that. Okay. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing, again, it's one of those things where they took out half of what made the figure good and didn't fill it with anything particularly unique. So it's another D tier for me. Definitely a more even, a very even distribution overall, I think, with some rarer S's and F's, rather than a supreme quantity of A's and B's in the last one. But we'll see. Next, we got another Robin figure. I love the long cape. And I like this half Robin, half Batman thing going on. It's a very unique figure, but there's nothing, I don't know. I will say B, just because I want to get some ones that I have something to like properly say about. We got, okay, these end of the movie figures, they're all very cool, and they've got very funky colors and all that nonsense. Batgirl's is probably the best in B tier, with Robin's probably being second in C tier, and then Batman in dead last with also C tier. Then we got Alfred wearing the Adam West suit. Very funny looking, but not very special visually. Probably another D tier. Alright, we got Short Sleeve Joker. I really like this figure. It's cool to see him without the coat on. I think you get to indulge in those waistcoat details even more. And the arms are really cool. I like his card suits on his arm. I really like those details. I would say that he falls also in the S tier with his other design. Fire resistant Batman suit. This is another one that's on display in the Batcave. It's a good figure. It's a pretty cool figure. B tier. Then we got Rasta, or what is it, Reggae Man? I think he's called in the movie. Apart from Bruce's questionable ethics on these are some questionable ethics. Apart from his questionable ethics on this suit existing, it is a very, very funny figure, and I cannot believe that not only was it in the movie, but then they made it real. That's amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's a well-made figure. It's a very, very unique Batman cowl. I can't put it anywhere else but A. We got Batman, but instead of a cowl, he's got a space suit. Meh. C tier. Next, we got another Harley Quinn from Lego Batman movie. Probably the weakest one. This is definitely probably the weakest one. I like the cape, but the costume isn't that great. The helmet isn't that good. C tier. Next, we got Crazy Quilt. Simple figure in essence, but executed very, very well. The face is perfect. The helmet looks funny on him, and the print is fine. I mean, the print does what it's supposed to. And you know me, when something is fine, it goes in B tier. So, next we've got Gentleman Ghost. I actually don't like it. I don't know what else they could have done, right? I will say that. Like, I don't know what they could have done alternatively to printing a monocle on a clear Lego head. But it doesn't look that good. And the print, all of the work is in the print, is in this torso. He's just not a very standout figure. I put him in, D tier. I just don't think he's very special. We got a Wonder Woman here. She looks very similar to her original outing from 2012. If I can find it. It's somewhere in here. It's very similar. But I think that I like the color palette, and I actually really like the prints on her. I think this line print on the chest piece is really nice. And the gold accents are good. Her face is good. She's fine, yeah. You know what happens when it's fine. She goes and beat her. Next we got Firestorm. Very good figure. Super accurate. Firestorm is one of those characters that I feel like hasn't had many redesigns in a while. Like, Firestorm has just kind of looked like Firestorm for ages. But with that being said, his headpiece looks awesome. The torso print is great. I mean, it's accurate. It's very accurate. I'd put him in A. Next, we got another Lex Luthor. Again, he's not using the Lex face with the little crease between his eyes. But the chest print is very good. The purple and green combo looks nice. The legs are a little weak. With that said, still a B tier Lex figure. Next, we got Cheetah. I believe this is Cheetah from just the Lego line. Specifically, I remember her being in Lego Batman 3. She's fine. I like her face. I think the prints are very good. It's cool to see a muscly woman on a Lego set, because, like, even Wonder Woman doesn't... Oh, does she? Okay, she does, but I feel like you don't notice it as much. But I feel like it's actually very apparent on Cheetah. I think she looks very good. The legs probably could have been a bit better. I think they could have done with some printing on the legs, but hey-ho. Still a solid figure. Definitely in B. Next, we got Hawk Girl. If you were present at last stream, I gave Hawkman an S tier. Hawk Girl does not fall under that same category. The helmet looks way too big for this character. And it just doesn't resonate the same, I think. And the print feels very flat. Like, there's no shading on anything. I don't know. I just don't think it's as stand out as I can't remember if there's another Hawk Girl figure. There isn't, no. I remember being very excited for this figure, but I don't know. I feel like something isn't translating. Maybe it's because the yellow on her suit doesn't really match the gold. I don't know. She's not really for me. C tier. I don't know who this guy is, but he's from the Lego Batman movie. He doesn't... I don't know. I like his boot prints. I like his torso print. He's not a bad looking figure, but he's is it El Dorado? Let me go on Brick Set real quick. Brick Set. Browse minifigs. Category. DC, where? Maybe the Lego Batman movie? The Lego movie? Where, what? Huh? Maybe superheroes. Yeah, there we go. Superheroes. Subcategory. The Lego Batman movie. Let's find this figure. Hoomst. Yes, this is El Dorado. Okay. Hey, the viewers are back. Let's go. Yo, did someone just type tip in the chat? Oh my god, bro. Yes, but okay, so this is El Dorado. He's fine. You know where the fine people go. They go and B. We got another Superman, a much more chipper and definitely less moody Superman than we've ever seen on a Lego Superman before, I would say. He's fine. He's good. I mean, he's almost identical to the 2012 figure, but with a different face. And I think it works. A tier. Then we got Dick Grayson. I just realized right now that he has little birds on his jumper, and that has bumped him up to an S tier. I love this figure. No more elaboration needed. Next we have... That's fair enough. I no shame in not having enough money to donate. Okay, next we've got Green Arrow. His beard is too blonde. You can barely see it. But the torso print, actually the prints all around are really good. I think he would have looked better with like a hood or hair rather than the hat. But still a really good figure. I would probably say A tier. Pretty good figure, actually. Next, we got Cyborg, and this is the first Cyborg figure we've seen where his eyes line up. And he also has the comic accurate symbol. This is actually a really good Cyborg figure. I think that it would have looked better if he had one of the robot arms. I'm a sucker for those robot arms, I gotta be honest. But, still, it's a good figure. Something about it, it feels like they did it right this time. That's a good cyborg. That's a good cyborg. A tier. A tier cyborg. Eyes too close to get... True, but you have to remember that the eyes, like, that piece, you can just twist it a little. So if you want to make them a little further apart, you can just move it. But as the eyes are the right height. That's what matters. They're the right height. Next we've got Reverse Flash. This figure is perfect. It's the Flash, but reversed. And he looks great. Then we got Killer Frost. Day one of asking Caillou the movie. What? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do you mean Caillou the movie? What is that a request for? I don't understand. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Sorry, I'm just doing something. Okay, Killer Frost. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. She's Caillou is not a DC Lego figure as far as I'm aware. True. But I don't know. I don't think this figure is particularly good. I would say D tier figure. Next we got Flash, but with little lightning accents. I think the lightning is a little too much, but still a good figure. A tier. Then we got Nightwing from the Mighty Micros. You know how I feel about the Mighty Micros. What do you mean I could do? Ollie, I don't understand the question. When you say Caillou the movie or Batman, what are you asking? Are you asking for a review? Are you asking for an animation? I don't understand. Anyway, you know how I feel about Mighty Micros. They're for babies. F tier. The Joker one. F tier. The Supergirl one is horrifying. Her entire color palette is all out of whack. F. Brainiac. Horrible. Bad. All of them. Okay. Next we got Egghead. This figure is excellent. His face is really funny. The prints are great. The egghead, the egghead in the title is great. A tier. Condiment King. Aside from a slightly pale skin tone, could you make a Lego out of Caillou the show? I'm still not understanding. Are you asking me to make a Caillou minifigure? Is that the question? But while we wait, Condiment King. This figure is excellent. He looks identical to how he does in Brave and the Bold. S tier, genuinely. Next, we got another Superman with different hair. I think this hair is supposed to look more like Henry Cavill. I don't think it looks as good. I think that the iconic Superman hair is where it's at. This figure is a C tier, if not a D tier. Lobo. This figure's perfect. I mean, come on. If you know Lobo, how could you not love this figure? It's great. He's a great figure. Moving on. His face is great. His hair is great. His torso's excellent. He looks fantastic. Next, we got another Captain Boomerang. Massive improvement over the last one. He's fun. He references the original design that he had. Yeah, he's good. He's good figure. Honestly, I would probably say A tier. Mighty Micros Batman again. I'm throwing this an F alongside Mighty Micros Harley. Okay, we got another Robin. I really like this Robin figure. It feels so rewarding to have a Robin figure that actually is good. The hair, it's nice to see that hair returning. It's been a long time. The color distribution is awesome. The detail on the torso is great. The red mask I actually really like. That's a really good Robin figure. A tier Robin figure. Well done. Well done, Robin. Next we got Lex Luthor in a Superman outfit. The print is really good and the color palette is nice. Again, I'm pretty sure that's not the Lex Luthor face. That looks more like Superman's face. If you put the Superman hair on him, it would look like Superman. Like, without any change. But it's a cool reference. Out of curiosity, do you prefer the black and red or blue and red Harley? It really does depend. If you saw the last stream, which I think you were there for, I was really fond of this blue and red, and I think it all comes down to application. I think if they do it well, whatever, like, if they do it well, then either can work. But what I don't like is when they mix them and they have, like, they'll have black, red, and blue. That looks weird. Don't do that. Comic designers, don't do that. If you're doing a monochromatic Harley, you gotta commit to it. Up next. Oh, there's actually gonna be a Harley in here that we're gonna talk about with that, so don't you worry. But this Superman, this Lex Luthor Superman thing, B tier. Good prints, but not very, I don't know. Black Lightning. His face is way too high up on his head. And the prints do not do the show justice. Like, his costume in the show looks really cool. He's also not dark enough. I think his skin should be darker. I don't know why they went this middle of the road skin tone. He's called Black Lightning, and in the show he's definitely played by a black guy. I think that Lego could have darkened his skin, like used a darker skin tone. I think that it's weird that they went with that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my memory is jogged, but I think also his face is just way too high up. Like, you need to lower that by at least 2 millimeters. Probably a C tier. It's D tier actually. I think they just did not do that character justice. Batwoman. The cowl is actually really cool. With the hairpiece, and the torso print is pretty good. But the rest of her is just like, I mean, it is Batwoman. There is, I can at least say that. I'd put her in B tier. She's not bad. Is that Star? No, that's is it Brother Eye? Is that what he's called? His print is excellent actually. The mohawk is fun. He's a pretty decent figure. He looks good. I'll put him in B tier. I like him. This is Amber Heard. We don't support that kind of behavior. We don't support an Amber Heard. Also, that movie is just not that great, and the figure is the thing that upsets me. Let's talk about something, right? So I'm pretty sure I already spoke about this. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm pretty sure I spoke about this on a stream already, but I want to go through it again. So DC, my friend DC, not the brand DC. My friend DC came into stream the other day and was like, why aren't there any modular sets for DC sets? This is going to get very confusing. I wish I could use his real name, but he wouldn't be cool with that. So, anyway, he was like, yeah, why are there no modular sets for any of the DC sets? And there's modular sets for Marvel. Well, Lego did say why. They said that because the DC movies are flopping, why? It's just not financially lucrative. But then they say things like that, and then they put a metric ton of detail into this figure for a movie that was not projected to make as much money as it did. And this came out before the movie. The movie was not projected to be a financial success, and it ended up being one. But Lego's priorities when it comes to DC, it does not seem equal. Anyway, fuck Amber Heard. Next we got Aquaman. Now, I've said before I'm not a big fan of the Jason Momoa type Aquaman look, but that being said, when it's made to look like Jason Momoa, it does look pretty good. The prints are excellent. The legs are fantastic, and I genuinely think that those legs should just be used on every Aquaman figure. I think it looks great. The face is good. The hair is cool. He is honestly an A tier. He's pretty good. Black Manta, very good figure. The helmet still reigns supreme, but I prefer the original one where the helmet is silver. So I will say B tier. Sorry, I can hear my housemates. I don't know the name of this character, but evidently she is a Green Lantern. I've seen her before, I just don't know her name. She's fine. I think her print is a little weak. I think it could have used with a little bit more detail, but I really like the face. I think a unique face is always appreciated. So she's fine, and you know where the fine ones go, they go in B. So we got a... What is this? Okay, I couldn't tell you where this is from. But I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Something about it just isn't for me. I don't like the red eyes. You can't see almost all of the print under the chest plate. I like this broken face thing, but that's about it. So D tier. Talon. Very accurate representation of Talon. I'll say that. I think it looks good. 2 seconds. Give me a moment. I'll check something. Okay. Oh, okay. Where are we at? Okay, we've got like a handful left. A handful. Okay. This is good. This is good. We can get through this. Anyway, yeah. Talon, pretty good. B tier. Next, we got Batman from that one flashback in Batman vs. Superman, where he shoots people with a gun. That being said, the print is really good. Like, super accurate to how it is in the movie. The print on the cowl is fine, I suppose. But the print is good. I put him in B tier. He's a good figure. Next, we got probably the worst Aquaman figure I've seen. Stripped down torso, bare bones legs, face, and then terrible hair choice. The hair does not look good on him at all. At all. It looks so bad. F tier. I hate him. Next, we got Sinestro Corps Batman. Very good figure. The print looks great on the torso here. Again, his skin is too tan, but we spoke about that last stream. That's just an issue that we're in at this point. The yellow eyes are cool, but he's a fine figure. You know, we put him in B. Up next, we got this one, which I think is a reference. I think this is supposed to be Arkham Knight, or it was like a Comic-Con thing, something along those lines. But, sorry. Okay. This figure, I don't like the silver cowl. I think the cowl should have been black. But apart from that, the print is astronomically good when we're talking about what it's referring to, which is the Arkham games. I think it captures it damn near perfectly. The symbol looks excellent. So I would probably have to still put him in A tier. Very good. We got another Flash figure. This is the same with the lightning. But it's also got yellow boots, which is an awesome touch. And we waited I remember waiting a long time for a Flash figure that actually had Lego boots. So if if the other one's in A, then this one's in A too. I think that's only fair. Next, we got another Poison Ivy. Feels like a fat downgrade from the Lego Batman movies. Actually, probably one of the worst Poison Ivies to exist. Out of all of them. Her torso just does not look that good. There's nothing going on with the legs. Nothing going on with the arms. There's not even flower print on the hair, which was from the original 2012 run. And the face isn't that good either. She's a disappointing figure. F tier figure. Next we got Firefly. As you can see, Lex Luthor is actually Firefly all along. But I think it's a little bit unfair that they didn't put the jetpack in the picture. But the Firefly figure is a bit meh. I appreciate how much it looks like the 2004 animated show. And I think the chest print could be a tiny bit more detailed, but he's still a good figure. He's fine, so beat it. Next, we got another Batman figure. I believe this is the Batman figure that DC have been going, or the Lego sets have been going really hard on recently. I think that these are the ones that they put in like the most. No, I'm wrong. But this figure, I don't know. I like that they got his skin tone right. I always like that. The bat symbol is a little meh, and the printing is kind of lacking in some areas, like with the arms and the legs. I'd say he's probably a C tier Batman figure. Not amazing. Next we got Ocean Master. This figure is actually quite good. When you're thinking about the movie, I love the piece. The helmet piece is awesome. The face, the double-sided face with the visor is cool, although it means that if you want him to be yelling and wearing the visor, you can't, which is a bit silly. I love the cape color, and the torso looks good. Beat it. This is what I was talking about with the Jason Momoa type Aquaman. Although this one is probably one of the stronger ones. His mustache looks very good, and he looks very wholesome, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do like Jason Momoa type. I think that because they aren't trying to make him, like, he doesn't look cool. He just looks like he has long hair and a beard. Like, they didn't try and make him look cool. He looks like a nice young man, or a nice man. Next, we got Scuba Batman. This one shouldn't really be in the list, actually. It's just the other one, but also. So I'm just going to put that one in D tier then. Next, we've got Shazam. I believe this was another Comic-Con promo. The torso print is excellent. It's very accurate to the movie. The face is brand new, and it looks really cool. I wish he had boots. Apart from that, still a pretty good figure. Probably a beat it. Next, we got this Batman figure with a slightly different torso. And then, so if you were at my last stream, you know I brought up the problem with Batman's skin tone is they tried to print the skin tone onto a fully black head, and then put the white skin tone on top of it, and it was coming out too dark and too tan. And then they were like, okay, we need to fix this. So they walked it back, and now Batman is going to be super pale. So this particular Batman is one of the palest, with his stupid smile on his stupid face. But I do like that they integrated the goggles into the design. I think that's an excellent choice, and it sort of ties the logic in together, and it means that if you wanted to have him, like, take his cowl off, then you can still have it be like, well, why are his eyes white, even if it looks a little weird. But, like, overall, fine figure. B tier Batman. Next up, another Joker. I love the frowny face Jokers, firstly. I like the green shirt. I like the dotted waistcoat. The chain looks good. He's a fine figure. Not the best, not the worst. Beater. Now, this is... Neil, I'm looking right at you. This is the Jim Gordon for me. This is my favorite Jim Gordon figure. Both of his facial expressions are brilliant. His coat is the best color. It's like the best brown. The tie is a nice color. The badge and the pants. This is Jim Gordon. This is Jim Gordon to me. And with that said, that is an S tier Jim Gordon. Then we got another Shazam with a white hood on instead. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is literally the same figure as the other one, but with a hood instead of hair. And it wasn't exclusive, it came in a set, which makes it better, so A tier. Then we got Riddler. This Riddler is... I love him. I really like him. It's hardcore a reference to Batman year 0, year 1? Year 0, year 1. One of them. The one where Riddler takes over Gotham. And this, it's an excellent, excellent representation of that character. The mask looks fantastic. The smile, the sideburns, 0 year, that's it. The smile, the sideburns, the suit. The only thing I would change is having printing on the waist so that the suit can actually trail off to the side so we can actually see where the end of the coat goes. But apart from that, really good figure. Really good figure. S tier, yeah. And now we've got the worst figure. This is my least favorite Lego figure to ever exist, and it's a shame because it's not really Lego's fault. It's Greg Capullo's fault. So this design is from an Elseworld story that Greg Capullo did, but for some reason it showed up in a Lego set, and it sucks. Two-Face should have a split-dyed suit. I think that's like a fundamental thing to his character. It's just one of those design things that shouldn't be changed. It just makes him him, you know? And also the hair is like wonky. Why I don't understand why the hair is purple either. What the hell? In the Lego DC Supervillains game, they use this design for Two-Face, except his head is a little bit better because it's hair on one side and just bald on the other. That makes more sense, and that's how it is in the illustrations. But for some reason in this, his hair is purple. His suit just doesn't look good. Boring black pants. I hate him. I hate him. F tier. I despise this figure. Next, we got another Catwoman. This Catwoman is really good. I'm not going to waste much time. Her cowl is perfect. The red lenses on the glasses are brilliant. The torso looks good. She looks like Catwoman. What more could you ask for? S tier Catwoman design. We got... I think this is Bruce Wayne. I can't really tell. He looks a little young. But... yeah, this is Bruce Wayne. It feels very Tim Burton-y or like Val Kilmer type Bruce Wayne with the plaid suit. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to put him in C tier. We got Joker in a jumpsuit, but at least the jumpsuit says Arkham Asylum on the front. That looks alright. But it's still a jumpsuit, so probably D tier. Same goes for Harley Quinn. I like this little face with her tongue sticking out though. That's cute, but still D tier. Now the security guard. I like the print on this. I like the tag and the light grey tie. It's a nice contrast. It looks okay. Yeah, C tier. Then we got Zebra Batman, but I like to call him Wi-Fi Batman because he got the Wi-Fi symbol on his forehead. So his connection might be great, but his connection with me is not. I don't like it. It's ugly. D tier. Then we got Tim Burton's Batman. And I don't know if this is a problem with the image or if it really looks like this. But from what I'm seeing here, his eyes are not white. They are cream. They are his skin tone, which looks strange. And to be honest, the decision that they made with the Batman 89 cowl is a strange one. So it's not fabric. It's all this one solid piece of plastic. From the neck to the chest, and from the chest to the cape, it's all hard plastic. Solid, immovable plastic. And I think I get why. It's because like Ben Affleck could not turn his neck. But I don't know, it looks choppy and it looks a little messy. But he is not really meant for play. He is absolutely meant for display. And with that said, I mean, it does do its job. So I'm going to say C tier. It's not my favorite. Next, we got one of the Jack Nicholson Jokers. I believe there are a couple. And this figure looks excellent. The face is eerie. It's great. I would love to see that with a different Joker figure. I think it would look great. The torso print is excellent. It leads beautifully into the legs. This plaid on the legs is phenomenal. Not a beat missed. It looks great. He's like an S tier. So good. Then we got Vicki Vale. She's boring. She's not very D tier. I mean, I love the videos of Batman spinning around because he can't look with his neck. Those videos are really funny. Then we got Wonder Woman from Wonder Woman 1984, a infamously bad movie. But this figure, I mean, you can't really glean from the details, but she's all gold. It's a little much. But there's nothing particularly wrong with the figure, so I'm going to say B tier. Then we got Cheetah. Firstly, very bold of Lego to make Cheetah as accurate as she is to the movie, because she's like... Oh! Victor, thank you for the sub, if you're watching. She's... I don't know, she does not look nice. There's, again, this weird thing going on with DC, where they put way too much detail into the licensed, like, the movie figures. And she just looks weird. Like, she just does not look good. I don't know. I don't want to keep looking at her anymore. So we're gonna put her in D tier. I don't like her. Next we got I believe this is... Yeah, this is Bruce Wayne from the 60s show, using the exact same torso as the Bruce Wayne from the other one, but his face looks more like Adam West. And because it looks like Adam West, it's going in B instead of C, because I love Adam West. Next, we got another Penguin. I believe this is from... I can't be sure, but I think this is from the 60s set. And if it isn't, I'd be surprised. But his waistcoat is fantastic, with that stripy orange and yellow design. The face is really good. He's fine. He's a good figure. Good figure. A tier Penguin, I would say. Definitely not S tier. Wait, where did I put... Yeah, I'll put him in A tier with the other one. That's good. Now we got a Harley Quinn. This is probably one of the worst Harley Quinns. Because she's wearing red and black, and her hair is pink and blue. Why? Why? Does not look good. Not at all. And that being said, the torso print is also not all that stellar. Why have this when you can have the other one? That's what I'm saying. So, F tier. Next, we got another Robin. This is the first Robin to have the small legs that can still move. They're the 1/3 or the 2/3 legs rather than the half legs. So they can actually pivot, and I appreciate that. I appreciate a Robin that can be short but still have mobility. I'm not a big fan of the torso, and I hate the mask. Really not a fan of this giant... You're right, Rowan. Where is your figure? I can't add your figure, but I'll Photoshop it in at the end, yeah? I don't like the mask. It's too big. D tier. No, that's mean. C tier. Next, we got another Batgirl. I quite like the torso, but I don't like the cape, and I don't like the whatever's going on here. I don't know if it's accurate to comics or something, but it's not for me. D tier. Now we got another Nightwing. This Nightwing is pretty good. The detail on the mask is wonderful. And The torso actually looks really good. The hair choice works. He's good. He's a B tier. We got Man Bat. I appreciate that Man Bat I love his face. That's what I'm trying to say. His face is great. Rare Lego minifigure nose happening here. But I think it works for him. I think that he does not look cursed because he's not exactly human looking all the way through. But the pants are good. I like the dirty sort of pants. The chest print is fucking stellar. Looks so good. The printing on the ears is good. The color is nice. Yeah, he looks good. He's a great figure. Hate it. Then we got Bronze Tiger. His torso print is great. The rest of him, not so much. Kind of weak. Kind of forgettable figure. C tier figure. Let's see. Now we got this Mr. Freeze, which I despise. His torso does not look good. His legs are not got any printing, nor do his arms. His face is kind of silly. It's not quite what I'm after with a Mr. Freeze. And this dome, this glass dome, fishbowl ass, no. Get this fishbowl out of my face. F tier. Now we got the Supergirl TV show Supergirl, and I think they actually did her quite well. I think this hairpiece looks surprisingly good on Supergirl, and I hope that they use it again because I think it is a rare one. I think that I'm pretty sure it's Hermione, like from Harry Potter's hair, but in blonde, and I think it looks really good. I quite like it, and I hope we get to see this again on a more typical Supergirl design. But she's still good. B tier. Then we got another Jack Nicholson Joker, but this time from the parade scene, I believe. And this is cool. He looks really neat in the all black and white, with the painted lips. Sorry about the image. I couldn't find another one that was like good quality for some reason. Nice plaid pants. The waistcoat design's great. He's good. He's a fantastic figure. Another S. They really went out of the park with the Nicholson ones. Then we got Joker's guy. Joker's main dude from the movie. He also looks really great. His printing and his details are excellent. And he looks so 80s. It's ridiculous. He looks so 80s. A tier figure. Then we got another Batman figure. And this one is like shell shock to me. Because... So he's got the more modern cowl. He's got the face print that's the right skin tone. But he is smiling, which is a weird choice. But he's got the right skin tone, and it's got nice edges to the print. And then his torso is almost identical to the 2006 design, which I love. But with a better, is that arguable? I don't know. A different belt, which does look good, and then he's got the black underwear over the spandex, and then the black boots, and I think that this figure is probably one of the best Batman figures for a nostalgia guy like me. For one who really likes the 2006, it's nice to see something that harkens back to that. I actually think that the only thing I would change is maybe taking the triangular pants detail off of the top of the legs and just leaving the black waist with the grey legs. I think that would look better. But all things considered, I actually really love this Batman. So I'm going to put him in... S. I like him. Then we got Cesar Romero's Joker. This figure is also brilliant. The fact that they left the crucial detail of Cesar Romero's Joker is that he actually has a mustache under the paint because he refused to get rid of it. And the fact that they left that detail in the figure is just brilliant. The slightly paler green looks great. The shade of pink on the suit is brilliant. He's a good figure. Very good figure. Another S. Joker is dominating the S tier today. Then we got the Dark Knight, or Batman Begins Scarecrow. And he's fine. The suit print is fine, but the Scarecrow design on the mask is accurate. It looked good. Not a fan of that Scarecrow design. He's fine. He's a B tier. Whatever. Then we got Bruce Wayne from 2022's The Batman. I love his face, his like slightly inquisitive face. It's beautiful. The torso print looks lovely. The pants are reused from Man Bat actually, but they look good on him. I mean, this is Drifter Bruce, so it's not really the main event, but still a pretty solid figure. B tier. Then we got Riddler. Oh, this figure. We'll start with the good, and then we'll rip apart the bad. Okay, the good. The face print is pretty solid. I think that the outlines of the mask could have been a little darker, and I think that the torso print is fantastic. It looks really, 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 really good. It's not exactly accurate to the movie, but whatever. The bad. Firstly, his legs. His legs are lame. They could have been boots. You could have made dark green pants with black boots without issue. And the second thing, obviously, is the hair. Why? Why did they not, like, I can think of multiple solutions. I did this for some of my custom renders. In my old custom renders, I used a clear slicked back hairpiece as a replacement for the hair because I thought it looked good, and it did. It looked better than this. And the worst thing is, the weirdest part, if I have the figure lying around, which I don't, is that he just looks better without the hairpiece, which I guess is the caveat, is that you can just take the hairpiece off and then the figure looks fantastic. But that shouldn't be necessary. And it was a weird choice. But all things considered, still a fine figure. I'd have to put him in B tier because he does not represent the film's look at all. Then we got 2022's The Batman figure, and again I've got problems, which is a shame because I love that movie. But the Lego sets, of all the sets, like, this is the thing, they went all out on Wonder Woman, they went all out on Aquaman, and then the Batman comes out, one of the most actually anticipated movies, a movie that people actually had faith in, and they fumbled it, I think, with the Lego, because his torso and his legs look fucking brilliant. But why, oh why, is his face and cowl from 2012? Why did they not make a new cowl? They made so many new cowls for the Lego Batman movie. They make random cowls on a whim, just because they feel like it. But then a flagship film and a franchise comes out, and they do this. It's disappointing. He's still a very good figure. He's probably an A. But it's just a disappointing choice from Lego. Next up, Jim Gordon from the Batman 2022. This figure is excellent. The printing, yes, it might be simple, but that is what his character dresses like in the movie. But where it shines is his face and hair. That looks like Jeffrey Wright. It looks like Jim Gordon. He's great. It's a genuinely an S-tier figure for me. Then we got Catwoman. Again, with the custom cowl thing, it was a little disappointing that they didn't even attempt to translate her ski mask cat thing into a Lego piece. They just said fuck it and made her have a bicycle helmet or no helmet. Shame, because her torso print is really good, but again, B tier. Okay, only a few more. Alfred. I like his face and his hair. They're very accurate to the film. They look good. And then the torso feels ancient. It feels like a super old, like, Lego airport set. But, apart from that, he's not a bad figure. He's another B tier. It's a shame, because the Batman movie is brilliant, but... Next we got Penguin, and this figure is excellent. I don't really need to say much. If you've seen the Batman, and you've seen Penguin, then they even got his scar, like his scar across his eye here. His torso print is fantastic. The legs and the pinstripe suit. He looks great. That's an S tier. Okay, I'm starting to lose my voice here. Then we got yeah, sorry, I blanked out there. Batman Begins. Batman. Yeah, it's fine. It's very detailed, but I'm not a big fan of that design of the character. But I will say that the design, like the effort, it clearly went into this figure, and they delivered on it. And I think the details are where they need to be. So like B tier, pretty good. Then we got another Heath Ledger Joker, with the printed arms of the shirt design, the pinstripe pants, the waistcoat, the face, the hair. Do I need to say anything else? We all know where this is going. Joker is claiming his 5th spot in the S tier today. 6th spot in the S tier. Then we got that figure should not even be in there. So we're gonna put him in F because he's already in there somewhere else, but just with a stupid expanded thing. And finally, we've got, I can't remember his name. I think it's Zor-El. But this is the Earth 2 Superman. He looks great. He looks really good. Super accurate to how he looks in the comics. The color palette is on point. He looks great. I'm putting him in S tier. And that's it. And just like that, that is every Lego minifigure. Lego DC minifigure. Valzod, that's it. Yeah. Valzod. And with that, this is every DC minifigure ranked. I'll probably try and like Photoshop together a culminated list at some point of all of them for people to enjoy. But yeah, that's my ranking. What a time. What a time. I believe, 4 hours and 15 minutes total of ranking. Great. Thank you very much for watching. Few things before we go. Support my Patreon if you enjoyed. It would help a lot. Go on Twitter and bully at Mavix Chairs, and tell them hashtag make Mycopath Mavix Mob. Check out Entertainment Earth if you want a 10% discount. Use my code. And thank you all so much for being here. And thank anyone who watches this VOD at a later date. You all mean a lot more than you think. Not just to me, but to everyone you know. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I will see you all another time.